This is Neil's on Dynasty. Oh, we didn't catch him. He's over there. Yep, we got you. This is Neil's on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Happy New Year to you. Make it a better year than last year. Be a better you. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. And see if that doesn't change your next year. If nothing else, buy some silver and some platinum. This is about a couple reports I did about what the Philippines allowed America to reopen the bases they closed down, but we had already closed them down, and we opened one up in Guam. So now we have 4 times as many bases there as we did when Trump was in office. And it was further away from the Red China Sea. It would be the second step of China's advancing, trying to get extra land of all these other countries and dominate them and whatnot. But the Philippines has really been putting up a fight. And this story goes back to basically that and how China's aspirations for world domination have already been ended. But it'll take a couple months for you guys to figure it out. But I figured I'd bring you the story first. So here it is.
Hold secrets far beyond their shimmering surface. Similarly, for China, the South China Sea isn't just a stretch of azure expanse, it's a clandestine labyrinth of economic supremacy and territorial desire. But China's relentless quest for dominance is now facing an unexpected obstacle: the Philippines, an enigmatic adversary challenging the dragon's aspirations. The South China Sea has now become a battleground where China cannot win. Ongoing developments in the South China Sea signify a square off going on between Philippines and China. We know Manila's geography is such that it can make or break China's access to the maritime transport corridors its export oriented economy depends upon. And the Philippines has now forged an alliance with the US, which is now giving China shivers down its spine. If we head back to Duterte's tenure, Philippine US relations weren't exactly warm, but when Ferdinand Marcos Jr. assumed office, the narrative took a sharp turn. The shift in status quo arrived in 2022 with Marcos Jr.'s presidency, marked by a notably pro US foreign policy. This shift was epitomized by an agreement permitting Washington to establish military bases in the country. The recent accord
To reestablish the military bases in the country. We were kicked out of that country during the president before this guy, and we had to work a deal with Guam, and we built a military base there. So we took the military base away from the Philippines and built one new one in Guam. Now we're going back to that military base, giving us twice the number of military bases in that area of the world. Wow, how cool, huh?
mirrors Australia's pact with Papua New Guinea, both strong US allies. With these developments, China perceives a potential barrier extending from the Aleutian Islands to Japan to Australia, seemingly constructed to contain its expansion. This wall hints at fortified artillery, missiles, and multiple strategic ports, presenting a formidable challenge to China's regional ambitions. Since then, speculation arose around China's potential response and the manner in which it might unfold. Additionally, the looming uncertainty revolves around China's likelihood of success in these endeavors. The overarching concern stems from past attempts, which aimed to create a divide between the Philippines and the United States, yet failed due to economic edge the US held over China in its offerings to the Philippines. Consequently, Beijing is now pivoting to explore alternative tactics in its approach. Chinese President Xi Jinping had various motives for engaging in discussions with US President Joe Biden earlier this year in California. Among these objectives likely included strategies to mitigate the potential threat posed by a US blockade. However, whatever transpired or did not transpire during the discussions in California evidently failed to assuage China. Consequently, China initiated a campaign aimed at enticing Manila while dissuading it from upholding its military agreement with the US. Additionally, China resorted to threats of potential intrusions into Philippine territory, reinstating territorial claims in the South China Sea that contravene international law. Notably, Chinese aircraft approached US bombers in the region, seemingly in a bid to compel the US to reassess its stance within the region. To be clear, no combat has yet taken place. These are merely gestures in a region where gestures are common currency, but
Interesting, huh? Very, very interesting. So the paper dragon is lost its wind, shall we say. So I knew this was coming. I did reports. I've done reports on this the whole time. They have no navy that can leave a port and do any good. Their military, the logistics of it, the way they have it set up, they will commit suicide if they don't. It's just there's no way in heckfire China can start a war with any power greater than itself, and anyone it attacks as an ally. And so they have no choice. They'll attack Russia. They'll attack Russia before 3030. China, CCP will attack Russia. That's my prediction. You guys have a nice night and enjoy your New Year's.